It is distressing to have dark patches on your skin. But you know what is more distressing? To have white patches on your skin. To have disease like vitiligo or leucoderma, as it's commonly known, is very, very distressing as well as a social embarrassment. And today we are going to talk about what is vitiligo, what are the common causes of vitiligo, and how we can go ahead and treat it. I am Dr. Rasya Dixit. I'm a dermatologist practicing in Bangalore from the last 18 years. Today we are discussing about white patches on the skin, one of the most common causes of which is vitiligo. What is vitiligo? Vitiligo is an autoimmune disease of the skin. In the uppermost layer of the skin called epidermis, you have a cell called the melanocyte. The responsibility of this melanocyte is to make melanin, which is the brownish pigment in the skin, and this melanin is transferred into all the epidermal cells called keratinocytes through the melanocyte. In vitiligo, for some reason, our own immunity attacks and kills the melanocytes, causing a deficiency of melanin or pigment in the skin. Skin appears milky white, devoid of pigment. Sometimes the hairs in the affected area as well start to turn grey. Vitiligo is a disease which is seen across all age groups. It can be seen in children, it can be seen in adults as well, and it can affect various parts of the body. Based on which part of the body it is affecting, it is divided as generalized vitiligo, when it affects all part of the body, lip tip vitiligo, where it affects mostly the lip and the fingertips of the skin, segmental vitiligo, where only one segment or one part of the body is affected. What are the causes of vitiligo? Other than the causes which are the autoimmune causes and as well as the thyroid disease and the B12 deficiency which causes vitiligo, you could also have some environmental causes for vitiligo. For example, some exposure to some particular chemicals, especially rubber, can cause vitiligo, and that is called as contact vitiligo. So this is one of the causes, and of course we cannot rule out the effect of severe stress. We have seen people who have experiencing severe stress developing vitiligo as well. So you have to keep in mind these two things, and remember that the environmental factor of extreme smoking or alcohol also is going to cause or worsen the improvement when you are starting the vitiligo treatment. Now let us discuss what are the causes of vitiligo. As I told you earlier, vitiligo is an autoimmune disease. For some reason, our own body's immunity is targeting and removing the melanocyte. But we also see it very, very commonly in association with other autoimmune diseases like pernicious anemia, vitamin B12 deficiency, as well as thyroid disease. And vitiligo is also known to occur in some families. So if you have a family history of vitiligo, the chances that you may have vitiligo also increase. How does this condition look like? Basically, you have depigmented, meaning completely decolorized areas of the skin affecting various parts of the body, and like I mentioned earlier, you may have depigmented hairs also in the affected area. We differentiate this from other diseases which could present with white skin, like a hypopigmentation which occurs because of a sunburn, which is called a polymorphous light eruption. P. alba, very common skin condition in children associated with scaling, as well as other diseases which cause hypopigmentation, which could be like a steroid induced or a medicine induced hypopigmentation of the skin. And we can make out the difference between these two by doing either a Wood's lamp examination or by doing a dermoscopy or a trichoscopy. This will allow us to diagnose the difference between a vitiligo and other diseases which often look like vitiligo. What are the treatment options for vitiligo? As it is an autoimmune disease, we have to understand that we need to get some creams, conditions which can reduce the immunity locally in the skin, or we can talk about tablets which are going to reduce the immunity overall so that the skin color can come back. First thing is the use of topical creams, which are like the steroid creams, topical calcineurin inhibitors, and as well as the newer generation of creams like the placenta based creams, as well as the recombinant human growth factors creams, which will help the melanocyte or stimulate the melanocyte to produce more melanin. Of course, the hair follicle is the reservoir of the melanocyte. So, if there is an area of vitiligo in which the hair follicles are still dark in color, the chances of the repigmentation of the vitiligo is very, very high. But if the skin does not have hair, like for example the lip or the tip of the fingers, or if the hair is already depigmented, the chances that the repigmentation happens, it is going to take much longer. Third thing is that we can increase the amount of sun exposure or UV exposure to the areas, which can be done either with a sun exposure or with UV light given as phototherapy, or with specific light like targeted phototherapy or excimer light to increase the activity of the melanocyte so that the skin gets repigmented faster. In patients where the vitiligo is spreading very rapidly, as in you're seeing new patches every day, in such people they may need oral medications such as oral steroids or oral immunomodulatory drugs to help to control the amount of vitiligo spread. The good news is there are new medicines which are now available in the market, including the JAK inhibitors, which are very safe tablets which are biostimulators. These medicines, which are called biologicals, are extremely effective in bringing the pigmentation back to normal. But remember that these medications have to be taken under the prescription of a dermatologist because they need certain investigations to be done and a very regular follow-up to be done. In people who have stable vitiligo, that means the vitiligo has not spread but neither it is started to improve with the medications, dermatosurgery is also a very good treatment option. We have many options such as ultra thin split skin grafting as well as acellular melanocyte grafting, which can also bring the pigment back to the treated area, and this is going to change the way the skin looks, and over a period of time the skin will come back to look normal. So if you have vitiligo, don't lose hope. There are many such treatment options and you can definitely benefit from most of them. So if you have vitiligo or if you know somebody in your family who has vitiligo, do share this video with them so that they can get more information about this disease. If you have more questions, do leave them in the comments below. Keep watching and like and subscribe so that you can get more such informative videos in the future.